While Formula One has made great strides as a sport over the last few years, the lack of women drivers still remains a sore point for some. The last time a woman came even remotely close to racing in F1 was when Susie Wolff was a test driver for Williams. Her husband and Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has now spoken about it to the Financial Times. I'm your host, Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Toto Wolff accuses Williams of denying Susie Wolff an F1 opportunity. Wolff started off by summarising what F1 is like. It is athletes in high-performance machines, it is about life and death, and on top of that we added keeping up with the Kardashians. He then gave his views on F1 going fully electric. The sport could go electric by the end of the decade if we solve the audiovisual experience problem. He then gave his thoughts on a mixed-gender grid within the next decade. It's not realistic. I'm sure there are girls out there that can make it on merit, but there is still a stigma. He signed off by citing Susie Wolff as an example. The final chance was denied. She was within a few tenths of fellow Williams driver Felipe Massa. They never dared to make that call. Fast feed. Former F1 driver Marcus Ericsson suggested that Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc are doubting the decisions that the pit wall is doing during a race. Obviously, that trust that you need to have as a driver with your team, it seems to be lacking a bit between Ferrari and their drivers, and over a season, that's not good. Felipe Massa added that you need to be patient. If you start a fight now, it will not help the team, but also Charles. Even if you're not happy for the decisions, for mistakes that are happening, you need to fight in the right way, professionally. Red Bull's Max Verstappen stated, halfway through the summer break, but gearing up for the second part of the season, I will be ready. Mercedes driver George Russell explained that there is a lot of core people at Mercedes, especially in the race team, that have been since the Honda days and through the success of Brawn. But there is still lots of fresh and new energy coming in and bringing great things to the team. For Alfa Romeo's Valtteri Bottas, this season is probably the most enjoyable so far. It's the first time I haven't had to stress and answer the questions about the future. The FIA has confirmed that from 2023 the edges of the car floors will be raised by 15mm, while the diffuser throat height will be also raised and its edges stiffened. The FIA will also require an additional sensor to be run on the floor to monitor porpoising. Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Chauvelin would say that in the media, the concept of the narrow bodywork was probably a much bigger talking point than it was within the team. But we weren't clinging to it through any sort of affection for our own ideas. Did Susie Wolff deserve a chance to race in F1? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.